In this next video, we're going to talk about how to generate an automatic purchase order. At the top right-hand corner, you can be at the top level organization or that particular store when you're generating an automatic purchase order. When you use this feature, you have to have model quantities set up in your system, which will be in another video. Basically, what model quantities is will be the desired quantity that you want to keep on hand at all times. So if you had a style where you wanted to keep 2 of each size on hand from 7 to 12 in the D width and 2 of each size on hand from 7 to 12 in the double E width, those would be your model quantities. And when you generate an automatic purchase order, it looks at your model quantities, what's currently on hand, and what's on order. And it will generate a purchase order based on those items. So if it falls below the model, if your on hands fall below the model and it's not on order, it will order that particular quantity on that purchase order. For example, if you had a model of 2 for size 7, but you only had 1 size 7 on hand and no size 7s on order, it would generate an order for 1 size 7 to get you up to the model of 2 since you didn't have any on order. So once all your models are created, now you're ready to generate that automatic purchase order. So from the home page, you're going to click on Inventory, Purchasing, and Generate Automatic Purchase Orders. We're going to talk about the purchase orders that are based on model stocks for the order type. You can put a report name if you desire up at the top just by typing in the name of the report. You'll have the dot on based on model quantities. It'll already have your bill to store if you're at that particular store at the top right. You can put a ship date, cancel date, and payment date. These fields are optional but strongly recommended, the ship date and the cancel date at least. You have an alert message that you can type in, this alert message text box, and then when you go to receive those items, that alert message will pop up. You can choose to check split shipment or back order for those checkboxes or leave them unchecked. The what sales period you want to analyze will be used for based on sell-through percent for the order type. This additional inclusion options you can check if you desire, and it will do include order amounts that are due to be shipped within the next number of days. So if you wanted to include the on order for the next 60 days, you could do so. The default in the system is already looking at anything that's on order for 30 days. Anything past that, it doesn't look at it. So if you want to look at past 30 days, that's where you would use this, where you'd have to check it and put over 30 days, like if you wanted to do 60 days. You most likely will not use the purchase order worksheet. That's more if you have multiple stores where you wanted to look at everything that was on order for several stores on one Excel spreadsheet. The next tab we're going to click on is Criteria. If I wanted to generate an automatic purchase order for all my suppliers, classes, and SKUs that had models, I would just leave everything blank. If I wanted to do it just for a specific supplier, like in this example I'm going to use New Balance, I could select that supplier. Or you can do multiple suppliers as well, just by separating it by a comma. You could also select class, SKU, or if you have any product custom entries. You could exclude items as well, exclude suppliers, classes, SKUs, or any product custom entries. This example, we're going to do New Balance. Down at the bottom, you can click on the Preview button if you simply want to preview it and not create it yet. So we're going to click on Preview. So this would give you a preview of what would be on that purchase order. If you're ready to create that PO, down at the bottom, you can click on Create PO and Print. This will automatically bring you to the report history screen, and you can click and select that automatic purchase order. You can open it, and that'll bring that purchase order up on the screen. Since this is an automatic purchase order, it always starts with an A. So you have A for the automatic purchase order, 1 for store 1, NEWB for New Balance, and then you have the date. It has 10 for 2010, 03 for the month of March, and 30 for the 30th day of March, and -1, meaning it's the first automatic purchase order for this. And then it'll have all the information on that PO as well. The SKU numbers, the quantities of each size, the totals. If it had more than one page, you could go to the last page. You could go to the first page as well. If you wanted to print, you could click on the printer icon and that would print directly to your printer. You could also save a copy to your hard drive somewhere. And then you can decide if you want to email this purchase order, call it in, or fax it to your supplier. Generally, people will run the automatic purchase orders once a week, but you can do it as often as you like. And that completes how to generate an automatic purchase order.